success route, my blueprint for success with Pinterest, right? I've had tremendous amount of success with Pinterest since 2013. 13,000 followers, even though that's a vanity metric, right? But what's not a vanity metric is the hundreds of thousands of people on a monthly basis I've sent to my blogs from Pinterest, right? The tens of thousands of leads that I've generated from Pinterest. How many of those leads turned into paying customers, and the average lifetime value of those customers is higher, okay? So I'm selling not a Pinterest how-to that you can find on YouTube. What I've packaged is my exact steps and how I've created the success that I create. You know, some call it a framework, right? Like if you follow Matt, CEO Matt, he has a framework for how you classify your ideal client. It's like adjective, noun, verb, or something like that. That is the framework that I don't know that he created it, but that's the framework that he preaches and teaches, right? So some people call it codifying, right? So I've codified my Pinterest my Pinterest blueprint for success, or black print or red print, right? Because Pinterest is red and white. So my Pinterest red print, right? And it's in 6 modules, and it is well worth more than $555 because there's $2,200 worth of bonuses that are still being included that I'm crazy for even including, because the course itself is worth $2,000 and I'm only charging $555 for it. Okay. So keep in mind, she paid $555 for that course, but now she's getting the shortcut by working with me directly for an hour and a half. Okay, so she's already spent $555. I didn't charge her the full $497 because of that, right? I ran a special this past weekend to help people get their holiday marketing planning started. And that offer was, instead of $497 for a 90-minute strategy session, through Sunday only, you get $200 off, and it's $297. So she's paid $555 plus she paid $297. Okay. And then at the end of our session yesterday, her transformation, which was, she has a much greater handle on the Pinterest red print and how to be successful for Pinterest and how it fits into her overall strategy for her specific ideal clients, down to her keyword strategy. We optimized her account from the rooter to the tutor, the account name, the account description. We set up 5 keyword optimized boards, including the board description. I showed her how to pin, how to, little nuances to make sure that that pin is optimized for the keywords that she needs to rank for to get that traffic to her blog, right? And so there are some next steps that we need to take, and that is why she booked a series of sessions and access to me with questions by messenger, okay? Because during those sessions, we're gonna do some of the work together. There's still gonna be plenty more work that she has to do on her own outside of our sessions, okay? So here are some key learnings. Number 1, digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. It is not a business model. It is not an offer. It is not a product. It is a highly paid skill set. Okay, you have to understand that. Digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. So when it comes to things like DBA, Digital Boss Academy, I don't know why people get freaked out that you can resell it. That does not make it a scram. It absolutely does not. Okay? I don't get it, because y'all say college is a scam and you can't resell your degree. So this is like college to a certain extent, and then you can resell it and make your money back, and that makes it a scam. So that's why I don't listen to people, because people just say things and they don't even realize what they're saying, and that it don't make sense, that it makes 0 sense. They don't even get that, right? So that's why I don't listen to people. Okay. So you can't, while you can resell it, understand There is so much in there that you can learn and develop as far as a digital marketing skill set. And the fact that you can actually get access to all of this for $222 is crazy. It's absolutely crazy, right? And like I always tell people, the Build a Bomb brand module by itself is worth the cost of admission, because I could sell that easily for over $2,000. Now, don't join DBA Volume 2 and think that you can just go sell Build a Bomb brand. You have to sell DBA Volume 1 at minimum, preferably Volume 2, because that's the best option. Okay? So checking on my customer here and still see that looks like maybe Klarna declined her. So I'm going to keep her in that funnel for now. And then, maybe she can get the money from someone else or somewhere else, right? But I'm going to keep her in that funnel, and then I will move her over to a different funnel to let her know that there are some different options, okay? That she could maybe get the AI traffic generation system, and all she has to do is sell 4 or 5 of those, and then she can pay for DBA Volume 2 off top, right? So, and she can, because that's available with Klarna as well, and so you can get that started for, I think, like $12, $13, okay? So I will hit her up with that, okay? So digital marketing is a highly paid skill set, okay? So if someone paid me $555 for Pin Profits Mastery, and then they book a one-on-one session on top of it, it's a great value. It sounds like a lot of money, but it's a great value, right? Because they got one-on-one time with me. They got the shortest shortcut is to work with me directly. But I have to put up a barrier to that, right? I have to put up some sort of barrier, some sort of cost of entry to, one, weed out people who don't want to do the work. And to also save myself time, agony, and distress, because one of the things I factor into my pricing is opportunity costs. Because my grandchildren, when I'm with them, they are used to having 100% of my attention. They're not used to me being in my phone and working, right? Now, there are times when Nana might have to work, and, we talk about that, and they're really good about letting me work. But it's for like an hour and a half. So the whole point being, if you're going to take away that freedom to be with my grandkids when I want, it's going to cost you. Same with a job. I don't know that I'm at the point where there is a job that can truly pay me enough to lose that freedom of being able to be with my grandchildren, go wherever we want to go, when we want to, right? Because I live that life with my children, of a boss telling me when I could be on vacation and when I could be off work, and that, even as a highly degreed 6-figure earner. And I don't know that I ever want to go back to that, okay? Not saying that I wouldn't if I didn't have to, but if I don't have to, I ain't. And I always find a way and figure it out with getting clients and selling courses and that, so, and selling other people's products. So there's that, okay? So digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. And what you can learn inside of DBA, you will never be broke again another day in your life. I repeat, you will never be broke again another day in your life, okay? Beginning last Friday, I had my stage 5 clinger granddaughter, and my grandson joined us on Monday. So for 5 days and 4 nights, I had the most adorable, that little girl, I love to hear her sing. I just love her voice, but she is a pandemic baby. So, her world was pretty distraught those first few days, because her dad was gone, her mom was gone, and her brother was gone. She knows me, she loves me. It had nothing to do with me, but there were issues with abandonment, okay? And so I was able to help her with that, but she was very clingy, especially those first few days. And especially once her brother came, she was a little less clingy. But when she would get really sad and missing her mom, then that's when she would be really clingy. So I didn't get to get as much work done as I wanted to, and that's okay. So then yesterday was my first full day. Their mom came back the night before, and once she came back, we got her from the airport, I went home and they went home, right? So yesterday was my first full day to myself to work. And I only had one thing on my calendar. And it was something that was already paid for. Okay? It was a client who paid me $555 for a course, another $300 for a one-on-one session that we were in yesterday, and then she dropped another $1,000. Okay? So basically $2,000 for this client, right? But she still got tremendous value because Pin Profits Mastery alone is worth $2,000. So she has access to Pin Profits Mastery, right? She has lifetime access to that. She has notes from what we went through yesterday, and we booked more sessions, and she has access to me by Facebook Messenger. That is the power of digital marketing. So on a random Wednesday, because we started at 11, so by 1 o'clock, I didn't have to do any work for the rest of the day. All I had to do was that 1.5 hour session, which was already prepaid, and then I made more money on top of it. And so I still worked, but I didn't have to do any work for the rest of that day. And I made more than most people make in a few days of work, and some people a whole week. That is the power of digital marketing. That is the power of digital products, right? Now, not everyone is meant to be a coach or a consultant. I have very strong leadership skills, business acumen, sales and marketing acumen, double master's degree in marketing and finance, Spanish minor, bachelor's in marketing. Okay, over 32 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience, 2 weeks post high school, working on a major consumer brand in marketing. I could be charging a lot more than I do, and we're going to get there. We're going to do this, okay? It's time for me to start working with corporations, even though I've been not wanting to do that just because I've got the PTSD from corporate, but, that's where the big bucks are, and I'm worth the big bucks. I bring all of that to the table, right? So, I will also tell you one of the things we teach in Pin Profits Mastery is becoming a monetized magnet. Every week there is opportunity in my inbox. There's some sort of opportunity, whether it's speaking on someone's podcast, being a panelist on a summit, a featured speaker on a summit. I even get requests to speak at in-person events, right? There are brand deals and opportunities and sponsorships. There's always some money in my email, right? I turn most of it down because it's not in alignment, and that's okay. And that's okay, because I know at the end of the day, I can always go back to and rely on Old Faithful, my 32 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience, and work with people one-on-one. If people don't get it by now, I basically do what I was doing in corporate America, only I'm doing it for myself now. Thank you for the love, Michaela. Okay. So 2,000 from one client, right? And I know that and she's not the first to have done this, to gone this path, right? And I know that once they get that first set of done with you coaching sessions, they're going to come back for at least one more and usually 2 more packages. Okay. My ideal client is not looking at, oh my God, I got to spend that kind of money. I'm basically a high ticket coach, but what I've done is I've splintered the offer out so that it feels like bite-sized chunks. They're buying in bite-sized chunks, but the average order value, the average customer value is $3,000 to $5,000. Average client is $3,000 to $5,000. But it feels more palatable to them to do it in smaller increments, anywhere between $500 and $1,300. And that's what works for my ideal client, because I've been refining my ideal clients constantly consistently over the years, I can hear my little baby saying, "Why are you doing that, Nana? Why are you doing that?" Right? She pays attention to everything and copies everything she sees, right? And so one of the things that I was thinking about yesterday when it comes to my ideal client is my ideal client is not someone who's struggling in their business. It is somebody who is beginning to see traction and who wants to get more of it. They want to scale. They want to get presence on more advanced moneymaker platforms. That's my ideal client. They're making money to justify spending money with me. Because they're not spending money with me, they see it as an investment. It's an investment that they expect to see a return on, but they understand that that return is not predicated on me. It's on them to actually do and develop and use the skills in order to create the transformation. It's not on me to do it. It's on me to help them, understand the concepts and apply the concepts, but it's really ultimately up to them and their mindset to ensure that the transformation happens. And that's my ideal client, right? Yes, it's coaches, it's authors, right? It's podcasters, it's creators, it's influencers who have some success and they want more, right? They ideally want to get to $10,000, $20,000 a month in revenue. That's what I can help them with my processes, especially around sales and marketing, because a lot of people are deathly afraid of those two things. And those are definitely my wheelhouse, right? But I also have a wheelhouse with leadership, in particular, self-governing leadership. How do you lead yourself? You cannot, I promise you, you cannot lead another soul if you do not know how to lead yourself. It's just not going to work. You have to be able to lead yourself. Okay? You have to be able to lead yourself. So that's super exciting to see that someone was trying to go ahead and grab GBA Volume 2. And I am a strategist first and foremost. I am a think tank. I know how to think, and I know how to help others learn how to think. That is my gift. That is my offering to the world, is helping people learn how to think and move and maneuver strategically, not just be out here willy-nilly doing stuff. As my mama used to say, boo-boo the fool, right? How to think. These coaches that are out here telling you, you must do this, you must hit these numbers, are FOS, okay? They need to be teaching you how to think instead, right? Asking you questions to help you develop the thought process. Because one of the, I recently was revisiting